You're sprinting towards him. The Rat King is like dancing around with glee, and he's like, "What?" And then like sees you running towards him, and he sees this massive dire bear charging behind you, and your dog, like with all the fury of a pit bull to a toddler, just charging even harder. And we're gonna do a couple of things at once to resolve this. First, because Matt is just like getting the jump on him, I'm gonna have this guy roll. The first thing he's gonna do is see if he's afraid of Matt. So let's see how that is. And he's afraid of Matt. Matt, you charge in there, and he like sees this massive bear coming, and he's just like,
"No, they're coming after me! Just and hide!"
He's running away from you, Matt, as you're charging towards him, but you actually literally move 10 feet per 6 seconds faster than everybody else. So you're going to reach him pretty soon. Now, everyone roll initiative, and we're going to resolve everything else. In the meantime, Big Boris 6, you're just like, spooks are coming in as Matt is charging, and you're just like fucking like blasting them away with them, and they're all like, "Oh, I got a headache. Oh, it's so hard to be a secret agent." And just like crying and screaming and kicking their feet around. Okay. All right, and those are the initiatives. The Rat King is running away frantically from Matt, but he is going to get the jump on this initiative. He's pretty quick, unfortunately. So while he is afraid of Matt, which was not a guarantee, he is going to get to go first. But first, he's running from Matt, and these scorching rays are coming at him. And also this lightning. So first he's going to roll a dexterity saving throw. He is. So the lightning calls down, and he just happens to be running right around the same time. Excuse me. As this storm cloud forms and this lightning shoots down. And so he's able
fuck you!
He's able to dodge it out of the way. That said, you now, as an action, can just keep calling lightning down on him each turn. So he's just now underneath the storm cloud. He's like, ah! Like watching lightning fall down. And now Felix, roll hit scorching ray in the chat. In the your sheet. Yeah, all right. So it's not quite high enough. These scorching ray, that's one of them though. You have two others.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, both of those hit.
All right, now we're cooking.
So each of those do 2d6 damage. So just hit the scorching rays in the chat twice. Fuck yeah. Okay, yeah. So like he's like dodging this lightning, but his footing is a little off, and so when one of the flames goes wide, he's like doing
yeah, fuck! I've been hit by a scorching ray! Oh, God!
Like get him in the gut, and he's like lurching back. And then, like, in his fury, it's his turn. He's going to whip his massive tail around. And he's avoiding you, Matt, because he's, like, terrified of you. And his tail's whipping around the whole of the room. This disgusting, diseased tail.
Yeah, you like that? Well, get ready for my tail.
And so, Will and Felix and Big Boris 6, each of you roll dexterity saving throws to avoid this massive tail. Whoa, baby.
Easy pass.
Easy as pass. Wow, okay, cool. So all of you are able to pass this. So it like kind of comes in. You all like treat that shit like fucking jump rope and just like jump over it as it whips around. And he's like so fucking pissed about it. He's like and he whips it back around. So all of you roll another dexterity saving throw again.
Dude, easy come, easy go.
So you guys. Big Boris 6. He's an expert combat. He's just hovering in the air as an automaton as he gets it under him again. Will and Felix, you kind of like have the haha, uh-oh, and just the tail whips back at you guys.
You insolent beast! Ah, fuck you!
And you get knocked over, and you take 11 damage from this diseased, disgusting tail as the tail hits you and starts to like gnaw at the rats that are like on it, gnaw at you as it connects. You're cast to the ground. But that's it for his turn. And that 11 in the initiative, that's Will. So Will, you got knocked down, but you're up.
First of all, not the most pleasant experience I've ever had, getting hit with a tail of diseased rats. It wasn't great. But you know what? I'm casting lightning again at this SO. I'm calling lightning.
Yeah.
I'm raining down the lightning.
Okay, so he's going to try to avoid it again because he's still stuck in that cloud. Let's see how he does.
Woo!
Damn.
Yeah, he did not roll too hot. Okay. So hits you with the tail, and then your eyes glow white. Like, what happens? How do you aim this from this storm cloud you have hovering over him? How do you call lightning down and do 21 fucking points of damage to him?
Yeah, my eyes go white. Like all the hair on my body stands up as this like static electricity convulses through me. I just sort of with my palm, I bring it up and I cast it down, and I'm like, hope you're thinking about Graham Greene's The Quiet American on your fucking stupid college thesis as you suck down this high voltage.
Fuck yes. I also forgot that he also takes half damage from the failure from last time. So he's still, oof. Yeah, he's really not looking good. Yeah, you just do that. You see his skeleton, which looks like both a man skeleton and a Jurassic rat skeleton, clumsily fused together by just the best minds in the Dark Crown, the Shadow Crown. That's your turn. Matt, you're up.
Oh, it's action time.
Oh. Yeah, that fucking hits. Nice, yeah. So you go in there and you just he's scared of you. Actually, you know what? I think, he's scared of you, and you just fucking just check him with your axe.
Oh, not the axe, not the axe!
Just brutally check him. You can attack him again too. Yeah, not as hot this time. You check him, and then he sort of gets out of the way. You can obviously call your dog on him too, though. Now.
Go for it, buddy.
Yeah.
Pretend he's wearing a bonnet.
Yeah, that dog loves to kill things with bonnets. He got a 21. He's going in now for the hit. And he takes a big chomp out of him for 6 damage.
Oh, hello. Nice doggy. Yes, how I hate dogs. Worry not, I'll get my revenge on every dog.
The Rat King is looking fucked up right now. He is, relatively speaking. Boris, you're up. You're blasting away spooks, but you have an opportunity to sort of do some damage to Pete as well.
Great. I'm ray of sicknessing whatever spooks are in my vicinity, going,
Get some. Internalize the guilt over the contradictions of managing empire. Yes.
and then as I'm backing up, pinning the spooks against the wall with ray of sickness, gonna slash with the halberd.
Fuck yes.
At Pete, at the Piator.
Yeah, that fucking hits. It's a 20, baby.
Ooh,
nice.
That's 5 for slashing.
Yeah, you just slash along one of the burns where the scorching ray had hit him earlier, and it's this layer of crispy pus just pops out as he's this decaying, disgusting man. He's just screaming and crying. You can attack him again.
This is for the minerals. May they forever stay in Rivendelistan.
Another with the halberd.
Okay.
Only 11.
Yeah, 11 doesn't hit that time. So for the minerals, but you kind of whiff it this time. He's looking pretty bad. Felix, before you even get to go, you guys have been doing so much damage to him. That 21. Good God. Okay. He is wounded and just leaking. And he tilts his head up and cocks it to the side. His tail suddenly whips around and it wraps around his body. And it flushes tight against his form, and his tail begins to melt and fuse into him. And he looks like a shambling mass of disgusting corpses. His humanity is completely surrendered to the spasmodic horror of the true Rat King. And then he shouts,
"All aboard!"
And his mouth opens up, a vortex of shrieking vermin, a crater as serpentine as the catacombs and as repulsive and apparent as Piotr's soul, opens so wide that it inverts, and from this inverted void, a colossal regurgitated tube of rat corpses, made of Pete's meals, bursts forth, and it's chewing pus and guts like the train the Warden of Transportation could be proud of. And the train is all that remains. All of you.
I gotta say, fellas, I really wish I didn't see that.
Boris is wiping viscera off his halberd, going,
So, that is happening.
This is my love letter to Miyazaki. And he's now in his second phase, as they say. You are up though, Felix.
I have not gotten to bust out this bad boy, but we're doing so well.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to bust out Abraham's bastard.
Fuck yeah, dude. Go for it.
All right.
Okay, that's not gonna hit. That's a 10.
I whiff. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Go for it again, though.
I'm not okay.
If you want. A 12, also not gonna hit. So.
All right. Well, it looks like I'm Catholic today. I knew this was the loser room.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to switch over.
And so, you sort of whiff a couple times with the sword. It's back to the top of the order, and Piotr is going to, or whatever is left of him, this sort of disgusting regurgitated rat flesh train, is going to fucking bolt around wicked fast, except for you, Matt, because he's still scared of you. So he's gonna just curve around you, and he's gonna try to attack all of you. So he's gonna roll an attack roll as his train is gonna just try to ram into all of you.
Chugga, 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 choo, choo. Yes, I'm a steam locomotive. Or perhaps I'm an Excella Express. Yes.
Okay, that does hit all of you. Yeah. He does 12 damage to Boris, Will, and Felix. Yeah. He's just sort of slamming into you and just with his fleshy train-like body running you over, chewing away. And he's going to do that one more time. Also, let's see how he does.
We have been slammed in the back of the Ratula.
Fuck, he got a dirty 20. Ooh. This is not looking good.
Ooh. You know, they always make the first phase of these Pete fights.
Oh, yeah.
It's always when he switches forms that it becomes hard.
Yeah. It's just when you get the rhythm right from the first form, and then it's you have to learn a whole new way to. It's stupid. I get why he's doing it though, and it's brilliant. Also, you take another 12 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are probably not looking too hot.
No, we're not.
But it's back to Will. Your turn.
Well, you know what? Got to dance with the one that brung ya. The storm cloud is still in effect. Call lightning again.
Fuck yeah. He's still in that cloud. Fuck yeah. Describe your kill. That is so much damage.
Oh, that's a kill.
Save the day, Will.
All right, I sort of feel extend my fingers, pointed at each other in sort of like an orb shape, and they crackle with electricity. I call a sphere of electricity, up. I just raise it and then just bring it right down on his head.
Yeah, and he shudders and vibrates, and this train lends out a final choo-choo as it fucking just carved, just peels in half and almost depressingly, unclimactically just slows to a stop.
I go now to my reward. Chugga, 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 choo, choo.
And all the undead rats inside of it scurry out and sort of limp along. You see Bob wave to you, Matt. Thanks! and scurry away.
I just sort of blow off my finger. I blow off my electricity finger gun. I look at the pile of charred rat flesh, and I go, this train is making an unscheduled stop due to a sick passenger due to an incident at a previous station.
In that instance, Matt, roll a dexterity saving throw with advantage. A frozen stapler flies across the room, and Matt, your barbarian-like instincts are able to quickly dodge out of the way of it. And the frost form of a massive Cheshire-like grin on this woman's face, a massive face, appears in the air. And she says, "That was my kill! I've been trying to kill that rat fuck for years, you little shits." It's Amy Coldstar, famous sorceress of the Great Lakes. And she says, "May the Great Lakes freeze for this transgression. Let's see how your hair fares in this." And she freezes everything in the catacombs all over. And then, snap, pillar snap, rock snaps. The whole thing is falling. You have to get the fuck out of here. Now.
I got to beep, but we got to grab that Amtrak chart.
You can grab it from his viscera.
I'm grabbing the Amtrak shard from the
Fuck
viscera.
yes.
Boris runs over to a large statue of a huge rat and reaches behind it and senses the side of the wall and finds a loose stone and pushes it, revealing a stone door on the side of a secret stone door that opens up behind it and says,
I have spent so long being tortured, taken apart, and reassembled in here. I know every inch of these catacombs. Come on. There is a secret exit.
Yes, and before you and before him is a minecart and a long, winding, whirling sort of a track held up by flimsy stalks of scaffolding. And the minecart is just big enough for all of you, plus the dog, who I did not know was going to be joining us on this adventure.
Wow. God really does have us. Like, no matter which one. Whether it's like a big tree or bears or oh my God.
Yeah, you know what I say? You know what I always say, Felix? It's God's plan, and by God's I mean the plural of gods. The God, not the possessive of God. It's God's plan.
There's just frozen rock falling around you. You guys are like casually discussing this. You guys hop. You guys hop in the minecart or what?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, Boris gets into the very front and sticks his halberd down into where the steering mechanism would be and says,
I can navigate if you can take any threats from behind.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And he's right, because now, as you guys go zooming down this place, Boris, you see a turn coming.
Right or left, comrades?
Guys, right or left?
There's only one direction I want to go. The right direction.
Okay.
To the right.
Everyone roll a strength check. Okay, that's fine. So even with that 7, you guys together, that's good enough that, like, you turn, the cart starts to shake a little bit, like it might take some damage, but you're able to turn right, and it's going okay. Unfortunately, in front of you is a tumbling bit of catacomb with magical ley lines flailing around. These are literal magical things, and they're shooting insane sort of bolts of energy towards you. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to stop these from coming?
Just duck into
duck?
sort of like, yeah, just I'd like to like just curl up into the bottom of the minecart.
Yeah, if there's no spell you have in mind or technique, you can all do a dexterity saving throw too.
Hold on, I have a question about one of my spells. It's kind of late to ask it, but
Spirit Guardians, were you going to ask about?
I was wondering if that would be like a like Vow of Silence, like in Dia, where it's just like you counteract any spell or miracle.
So what it would do, that's cool. What it would do though is it would summon spectral guardians around you, and you could, I would say in this instance, you could use that to have them following around you and deflecting like any rats or spooks that come your way. I would say that would be the move for that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your guardians look like?
My guardians, they're little like friendly little like ghastly apparitions. They're sort of like the friendly ghosts.
Okay. Yeah.
They're wearing a habit. Like a priest habit. But then they're wearing a hot seat hat. And they're double cupping.
Yeah.
One thing is like bar mitzvah one thing is communion.
Yes.
And when they fly over to the magic that's fucking with us, they pour both of them.
Fuck yes. Yeah.
And just it evaporates.
Yes. It yes. And they go shalom as they do this, and shalom mashallah. And as they pour it on it, dispelling the magic, you guys are going further through. Right or left? Right or left?
Oh, right or left, comrades?
I chose last time. I'm sick of making.
All right, let's go. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll strength.
Left it is.
Okay. Yeah. Good enough. Damn. Good. Some good rolls there. Okay. So yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. Matt with the fucking strength, able to just like jerk the car in the minecart in the correct direction. That 20. Making sure that you're still on track. You see further rocks falling from above. Everyone roll Constitution saving throws. You're just going to take damage from this. This is just what happens. Oh my god. So, I mean, a little behind the scenes. I rolled 2d10, and I got 2 1s. So, like, you guys take Chris and Felix, you guys take 2 damage. Will and Matt, you only take 1 damage. These rocks, you guys are able to just brush them away. And as rats come scurrying in, I had checks for that. But Felix, if you have these guardians out, they are just able to fucking dispel these rats as they're coming in towards you, trying to latch onto the car and hold on to it. And as you're finally bursting through what looks like the very end of this tunnel, you see a light at the end of it. The minecart, which has been faring fine, hasn't taken much damage, has been great on the rolls, is starting to kind of shudder. And the reason why is because you turn around and you see 2 of the ley lines now have crashed on one another. You hear one last shriek from Amy Coldstar, from somewhere out there, as the ley lines freeze and grind on each other, causing an insane magical friction that creates this crazy purple energy that shoots out. Everybody roll dex saves. If you can fly... Okay. This is going to be interesting.
Boris, we are depending on you right now.
Okay. Felix, Will, and Matt, you all take 14 damage as you are
Oh my god.
blasted by this giant.
Aren't I dead now?
You might be. You might be knocked out. Yeah, you're knocked out. So you're going to roll death saves, but you're blasted through. Boris, you can pick him up. You can all try to pick up Will and drag him out of the cavern too.
We're actually out of the
You're
cavern?
about to be out of it. Yes.
All right, I want to try to do something cool.
Okay, do it.
If we can see the light and we're being blasted out of the cavern,
Yes.
as I see Wolf Will knocked unconscious and perhaps not making the arc of his trajectory right, Boris casts Mage Hand and reaches out with a spectral hand to grab the body of Wolf Will and give it a jerk into the right direction to kind of alley-oop it over his body, while saying,
We do not leave, comrades.
Yes.
Damn.
And as the catacombs collapses on itself, frozen and knotty and messy, and this energy dispels, you all tumble out. Out along the river that leads to the Black Sea. It is almost fully evening now. Will, Felix, I don't know if you want to heal Will so he doesn't have to roll death
definitely.
saves. So just use some lay on hands.
Yeah, lay on hand. I had 12 left, if I remember.
Yes, you did. So you can use you can use one of those if you want to just get them back.
Yeah.
And so, Will, when you were near death, Will, what did you see?
Well, I mean, for me, for someone who practices my belief, death is but a door. It's a door we walk through, and that, ideally, in the perfect state of death, that is when your soul is given the horns of the goat by the great druid Earth Mother, and essentially it is when you are cuckolded by the Celtic goddesses. Does your soul pass through like that? That is the key that lets you walk through the door. So I mean, actually, I didn't experience that. It was sort of just nothingness. Is really what was there. I mean, there wasn't the Earth Mother. I was not given the horns yet, but one day I will.
Course.
That will happen.
Yes, this night is approaching. You know that in the morning you're going to have a rendezvous with the river contact for Lindale as he's passed on. So you could set up a long rest for the night, which definitely I'd recommend because you guys got pretty fucking beat up.
I'm gassed, fellas. I'm gassed, and thank you for saving my life. But I would like to say we're even now because I saved your life earlier by killing the Rat King. There's very little chance you guys would have survived that fight if it wasn't for me. So, like I said, fair is fair, but we're even now.
We are pretty even, yeah. I agree with that.
And so you guys set up camp. You stoke a little fire. Boris, how are you feeling? What's going on?
Boris, as you're setting up a camp, is reconnecting panels and armoring that, rewiring himself back together, and eventually stands up and plants his halberd in the ground and says,
Comrades, I cannot thank you enough for rescuing me from the catacombs of the Rat King. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and may you bring down the evil empire of King Job. However, for the time being, our journeys must part, for there are comrades of mine, imprisoned from here to Langleyshire, that I must free, at least 5 of them, if I am counting correctly. And so, it is with great pleasure I thank you for your services, and depart.
Yeah.
You know, probably one of my best friends I've ever had, and just to think, if we hadn't saved him, he would still be being tortured right now by the Slating Guild.
So Boris does a big sweeping bow to you all and says, "May our paths cross again, once more onto the shining path to justice and freedom." And he traipses off into the forest.
And yeah, so you guys are now settling down by the campfire. The dog is sort of sleeping now by the campfire, resting easy. How are you guys feeling? You have your pillows.
All right, so we're bedding down. We're bedding down for the
Yeah,
fire.
you can just do that.
This is just how I'm feeling right now. Is even though it is the most traditional and masculine thing that one can attain in life is to be cuckolded by the great nothingness that is death. I'm sort of glad I didn't cross the river. I'm sort of glad I didn't walk through the door. You guys saved me from walking through the door. And like I said, there is nothing greater than to be cuckolded by death. But a close second to be among good friends on a heroic quest.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, I sort of not really by my own choice. I have been a loner for a lot of my life. I found myself alone in many ways. Been ejected from many things, even things as informal as groups of friends. But I thought, that was my lot, that I am a single absentee father, and that's just who I am. But in a very short time with you gentlemen, I've learned that we each other, that's all we have.
And you, Matt?
I'm just talking to my dog.
Yeah.
I never actually got your name, dude. Sorry.
Why don't you give name?
Fuck. Oh, shit. I'll think about it.
Fuck shit. Fuck shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like. He wanders over to you and like licks your hand affectionately and settles down. Fuck shit for the night. You guys have these like sort of thy pillow. Thank you. Thy pillow, little pillows that you can put out and you can rest your heads on. Before you drift off into sleep, though, you see a few figures from days gone appear among the stars. Their legacy has made them somewhere between saints and gods. One of them begins to speak. It's the mug of what must be just the most handsome Hollywood man the world's ever seen.
Hello, boys. I've been watching over you since your journey began. Just came by to say, some men write their own fate, and some fates are written by the stars. That's why I outsource most of my foreign policy decisions to Queen Nancy's court astrologer, when my brain was turning into glue. But now I'm sharp as ever, and, well, I can't wait for it to be morning in Fredonia once again. If you don't mind, my respected colleague would like to tell you something.
The Shadow Crown found out I was planning to scatter them to the winds, and they killed me for it. Prince John had to fake his own death 20 years ago, but he's been working behind the scenes to restore House Trump and avenge my murder. Any friend of his is a friend of mine. Go show those shit-kicking commies what real Fredonia is all about.
You'll have to excuse His Majesty's foul language. Once a sailor, always a sailor.
That's right. I fought for my king in the Pacific Theater. Where was it you served again? Grauman's Chinese Theater?
There you go again. Look, me and Jack don't always see eye to eye.
But we do agree on one thing. We're so proud of you boys.
Now go give him hell.
Blessed.
And then there's a final figure in the stars. And he appears. He's a handsome Albanian man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Regis, is there anything you'd like to tell him? Before we set them on their way?
Real big and gives you guys a thumbs up.
He's so damn shy.
That's beautiful.
One of these days, we're going to get him to start talking.
Oh, just one of these days. And they all fade into the stars.
I love you, Regis. I hope you can break out of your shell. Shyness is a curse. I love you.
Canonically, Regis was king for 350 years. Maybe. Who knows?
As the three of you pull the pillow... Well, there's more parts to come, should you ever return. Aye, look here. Caught that stinking rat as well. Listen. Nothing better than listening to a rat squeal. I suppose you'll want to be heading back out there. Take the rat. Dinner, right? Can't be too picky now. Remember your place, gifted child. Lest you wish to swap yours with your meals. How low.